Ladies and gentlemen, greetings and welcome to that new movie review. This time we will be reviewing the new Marvel movie, The Eternals. If you've been hanging out around the internet for the past week, you know that the critics really are harsh on that movie. As we speak, while I'm shooting this video, the movie has the whopping score of 48% on Rotten Tomato, making it technically the worst Marvel movie of all time. So first of all, no. When we think about bad Marvel movies, I tend to think about Thor: The Dark World or Iron Man 2, or even, if I'm not making friends on this one, Spider-Man 2. But in the case of Eternal, I just don't get it. Even before seeing the movie, I watched all the trailers and my reaction was, with visuals like that, a great casting and a general feeling that seems super appealing, the scenario must be pure shit if it is that bad. Because yes, once again, a movie is more than just a scenario. If we only look at the script and forget the visuals, the music, the effects, the colors, etc., 2001: A Space Odyssey is one of the worst movies ever produced. So I deduce it was probably a screenwriting problem, but even then, it's not. The Eternals has a believable scenario, which is very well written and very well structured. Where I think people get cold showers from the movie, it's the fact that it's not what we've seen before in Marvel. It's not different. We're talking about Disney and Marvel, the two studios on this planet that have the less conviction into innovating. What is great about the movie is that you have your main plot, but each of the characters, the Eternals, they all have this like side little plot that branch into the main one. And yes, sometimes it feels a bit precipitated, a bit drafty, but with a casting that large, it's as good as it's gonna get. Even then, it works almost perfectly because the actors all have an amazing chemistry and the characters, they're written to be discovered by the audience and not followed by the audience. The movie has this general Guardian of the Galaxy meet the Greek mythology kind of feeling to it, something that you can really appreciate. So if it wasn't clear, if you're here to hear me trash about the Eternals, you're in the wrong video. Another thing that might set people off is the fact that it's the second longest Marvel movie with a runtime of 2 hours and 37 minutes. Avengers Endgame had a 3 hours runtime, but it was the whopping merging of 10 years of Marvel experience. Now the Eternals, it's basically an origin story. So is it a good idea to have an origin story that is that long? I tend to say yes. If you compare it to another movie from the MCU that I personally love, Doctor Strange, it's an origin story, it is shorter, but sometimes you feel like the character isn't completely accomplished, where in Eternals, you believe these people are powerful, you believe in their mission, and in the stakes that comes with it. Plus, for a movie that large, it took the risk of having very little action to it. A bit like the Fantastic Four of 2015, but this movie, it was boring. The Eternals managed to keep me hooked to the movie for the entire runtime, even if there was not much action. For the simple fact that I couldn't wait to see where they come from, what is their mission, what are their powers, what do they do with their life. This is great character development, and there are a lot of things that I can't say here because I'm trying to avoid spoilers as much as possible. But there is something coming at the 2/3 of the movie, and honestly, you kind of see it coming, but it still manages to surprise the way it happens. So all the negative reviews of Eternals, I don't feel they're justified. And I read some critics, we could do a video about the dumbest critic on this movie. Something I probably do because you know me, I don't get a social life. But even if we set aside the scenario, what else? First of all, the camera work. Sometimes to tell a great story, you take a camera, you put it in the hand of someone who knows their job, and poof, you've got a good movie. And that's the case of Ben Davis here. He is a wonderful cinematographer. Also in terms of directing, Chloé Zhao did a wonderful job. The actor directing looks professional, and you can feel that they knew what to do. Plus, the general aesthetic of the film looks very great. I mentioned the camera work, but it's also very great in terms of effects, colors, lighting, etc. In terms of visual beauty, we reach a Guardian of the Galaxy Volume 2. I tend to say you even reach the level of Aquaman. Maybe not Shang-Chi, but that's on another tier level. In fact, I believe the strong good effects of the Eternals are better than the strong good effect of Shang-Chi, but sometimes it feels a little bit flat, where Shang-Chi, it was beautiful from point A to point Z. Also, the movie was very well casted, once again, wonderful chemistry from all the actors. You can tell they all gave their 100% for these parts, and it shows. Now, in terms of importance in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, maybe I'll do a theory on it, but I feel that it sets up the new threat in the Marvel Universe, and that Eternals might be one of the most important products since Avengers Endgame. So guys, tell me, what did you think about Eternals in the comment section down below, and don't forget to subscribe and activate the bell to be notified when a new video comes up. Then share this video with all your friends. I'm gonna leave you here, and as always, thanks for watching.